Our host Big Mo and Platinum Cash. We don't care who it's powered by. We're back here another week, y'all. Back in the building for show. We're gonna do a little recap of what happened on this week before we get into some of the talk about the NBA, the NBA and NFL draft, and then we'll get into a little bit of other things that we get into our conversations talking about. But here we are again. We got no HD today. He took the day off. He had a real supper to go to, so it is Easter. So before we get started, I do want to say Happy Easter to everybody. Appreciate you taking the time out of your night, especially with the Golden State Warriors and those that are playing and watching games right now to tune in to us conversate on the podcast tonight. We do appreciate that. But before we get into a recap of the week, how was your Easter today, Big Mo?
It was good, man. I started out playing some basketball this morning. Well, I went to church. That was the first thing I had to go.
Okay, that's good.
That's a must. So I was able to make it to church this morning. Then went on and coached some basketball. We blew a lead. Let's just put it that way. It was a pretty bad lead. That we blew with 6 minutes to go. So we ended up playing in the consolation bracket, and we
Okay.
drilled the team, like blew them out. It was a tie ball game at halftime, 27-27, and from there, we went on a 50-20 run to close the game out.
50-20 run. Nice.
50-20, man. What about you, man? How,
So
how, how was
y'all
your
y'all
Easter?
finished 2-2, right?
We did. We, we
Oh,
we finished 2-2. Yesterday, I thought we played against a pretty solid team yesterday. Today we just lost the game. We shouldn't have lost that game. I can say that a million times. I can tell it a million times. But
okay.
bottom line, we lost the game that shouldn't have happened.
Well, I did not make it to church this morning, so but what I was told is church is wherever God is. So He has been
Yep.
with me all day. So
Amen. I
we
prayed for you,
we
my
we've been
brother.
in
Don't
church
worry
all
about
day.
it.
We had a we had a game. We had games today too as well. Obviously, um, we went 1-1 today. Yesterday wasn't as good, but yeah, today was very good. They played a whole lot better. But as I was telling HD, it comes down to them getting to know each other. A lot of those guys have already played with each other. So these guys, they just got to get more time playing with each other and gelling and knowing where each other's are weaknesses and you know strengths are, so that they can determine, hey, I can get you in this spot, I can get you this spot. You know how to do this, get better than this, and then I know where I can do to meet you in that area.
And
So
that's
it's all a learning
exactly.
curve. I told them it was a learning curve for me as well as a coach,
Mm-hmm.
um, because I had to, I said this was an observation weekend because we as a team haven't played together ever. So we're all
Mm-hmm.
learning at the same time. I got to see how my rotations are going to work. Who does it? Like I was just saying, who does what at this point? Who does this better at this? So I know who to put in and who to take out at certain times. So and I think we did a good job here on this day of Easter on Sunday today, coming together with that. 1-1. Would have liked to have been 3-1 over the weekend, but everything's baby steps. You take it with stride. Um, so on that point, with the recap to the beginning of the week, got anything else you want to talk about with the week?
There's a lot I could talk about, but we'll just keep it that way. It wasn't a bad week though. It was a good week. We had a good Friday. I thought we had a good week of basketball, and shout out to my girls flag football team.
Oh yeah.
I also coach
What's their
flag
record right
football,
now?
so I got to call that out. Right now we're 3-1, man.
Three and
Three and
one.
one. Yeah,
Okay.
won 2 games on Friday, which was amazing. Coaching girls sports it's a different um, mentality.
Yeah.
Is probably the right word to say, and I think it's one of the things. Obviously, everybody know my heart and passion is definitely with basketball, and
Well, I'm barely hearing you, but you're going away. You're fading out on me.
am I? Can,
Yeah.
can chat? Can you guys hear me? Somebody tell me in the chat if you can hear me or not. But it's a different mentality, and I think through coaching girls basketball, it actually helps me um, slow down with boys, right? Like, it actually teaches me to be a little bit more patient when it comes down to boys sports in general. So, yeah,
Did you just say patient?
It does. It teaches a different level of patience. It does. It does. It
No,
is
you said
something
you're going to
because
be more patient. That's what you just said.
I am. At least I'm gonna try to.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was just saying. Okay, you said it's teaching you how to be more patient, so you're going to be more patient.
I'll try
Wow,
to, man.
man, my week was hectic. I feel like I worked like I was five guys this week. Like I put together two gazebos, and when I say this, y'all thinking these are just like little canopies. No, these are the ones that be at the playgrounds that y'all be cooking y'all barbecues under while your kids are playing on the swing set. I have built two of those to put in my backyard, not knowing that I should have read I should have looked at the instructions. But here's the thing: I tried to hire somebody to do it, so they came out here. And now, granted, I had already put the base together, so the base all they had to do was put the roof on both of these. That's all they had to do. Came out here the first day, got all the ceiling done, put up like one bracket or two. Said, "Oh yeah, we'll be back." Came back the next day, put up like a little part around the thing, and then they went and sealed everything up, I guess, and then started putting tape on stuff.
Wait. Back up. First of all, were these Costco canopies or gazebos?
No, these are from Cozy Yard. Now these are great gazebos. Now they're wonderful once you get them done.
So you had done already put the base together. So you had already had the four big posts, right?
And
It's usually
everything.
about
Yeah,
four.
all you have to do is put the roof on.
And is it the metal roof that you got
Yep,
to put on? Or okay, so all they
yep,
had to do is just read the instructions, is what you're
correct.
saying,
Yeah,
and finish the job.
correct.
So day one they came and you said they put some tape on some stuff.
They came with some tape on some stuff. They put the like one of the little brackets around the roof thing up, and I was like, okay, cool. He's like, oh yeah, we got it. We'll come back. You know, we only had a couple hours here. We had some stuff we had to do. I said, cool. Came back the next day. I was like, yeah, you know it's gonna rain. And he was like, oh yeah,
Right.
we can work through the rain. I said, okay. So he came and he's like, oh man, we can't put this tape stuff on. It's raining. No, no shit. You can't put tape on when it's raining. But okay. So he's like, oh, we'll be back. So he comes back with this dude this next time because the other time he had a kid.
Okay.
So he comes back with a dude. He's like, oh, and they're putting up. So they get one short side of one gazebo up.
Right.
They're on the next side, but before they're like, man, everything's off center. We can't line things up. And I'm like, don't y'all do construction? I'm just trying to figure this out. And then the dude says to me, he goes, well, I build barns, so we just kick shit in place. And I'm
So
like, if you were building my barn, just kicking shit in place, we're gonna have another conversation.
so wait, what
But
were you paying them by the hour or
nope,
were you paying them
no,
by
no,
the
no. See,
job?
it was a flat rate. It was a flat rate.
Okay.
So
Here's the question. I think America wants to know before you proceed.
did we pay?
Was it a prepay?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, ooh,
We did not
man.
prepay. And as a matter of fact, we did not pay because they didn't get anything done. They got that one little side and like one thing, and they're like, we can't do anything. And I said, you know what? So he's like, I can't be out. This is a Sunday. He said, we'll be back Sunday. He said, we can't make it Sunday. I'll be back on Thursday. And
Okay.
just like you just talked about patience, I don't have that. So I had all this shit just sitting in my backyard looking like a clusterfuck. So my backyard looked like World War II happened back here with everything out in the yard. And you know, when you leave stuff out in the yard, my dog's just going to piss on it. So I'm
Right,
like, no,
right.
I got to get this shit up. So I said, you know what? I don't tell them not to come back. Tell them, yeah, you want 40, $50 just for driving out here for the 3 or 4 days, whatever. Here, do that, but don't come back. Man, you ain't getting nothing. Don't come back. I'm gonna finish this. So me and Pops went out there and we pulled it out. We got those things up. Now I need a massage. Um, uh, I'm probably gonna need a wheelchair at some point. I thought I was gonna need it. My body could not move. Hey, I was about to call in sick to these practices. I
So
am not
so
joking with you.
so you done got up there, right? You done
Oh
got up
man,
there and you're like, I can do this myself. So
yeah.
what
Well,
you did?
before I decided to do that, I said, "No, I don't want to do this because I knew how much pain I was going to be in if I had to do it.
Right, right.
So that's why I was going to pay somebody to do it." But yeah, it didn't work out that way.
So you fired the dude and you did it yourself.
Yeah, we went out there and did it.
So how
And
long did
not, this is
so
how smart we are. We went ahead and ordered another one.
so how long did it take you?
I finished doing both of those in 2 days.
Okay,
So we did
give
the
me
whole. We finished the whole yard up in 3 days.
so give me that in hours. Like how many hours?
Oh shoot.
Because apparently you had these two dudes
Yeah.
that
So
that
well,
shit.
you can
You
hear.
had
You could
two
probably
dudes.
ask Jenny because I think one day I was out there. I was putting it up. I was like, man, I got half of this up in 30, 45 minutes that they did in 4 hours. I was probably out there saying something like that. So I got. I did probably. We started like 10 o'clock one day. I was done. I didn't eat that day. I was done about 4 or 5, and then I went straight over to practice. So yeah, it was about a 6 hour day,
So
both
where
days.
so where you hire these dudes at, man?
I think she got them off of Facebook.
Oh, strike one. You could have went to Craigslist and get crackheads.
You still on Craigslist? You still use that?
I don't, but that's where you could have went at to get some
Oh, I was
crackheads.
like, that stuff still work.
Well, it sounded like that's what y'all hired anyway. So I'm just
I
saying.
ain't even. I ain't been on Craigslist in forever. I didn't even know Craig
Hey,
had a list still.
hey,
I thought that thing was gone like Angie's.
it sounded Angie's still there, bro. I use Angie for everything.
I know, but it ain't called Angie's list. I thought they changed it to something else.
I was just on that joint
Maybe
the
it's
other
like
day.
Angie.
Dang. Hold on.
I
Let me
don't
check.
know. But yeah, that was my week in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's just
And
Angie.
wait. And then from doing this putting this stuff, I somehow these you putting up the roof. These things are like sheet metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't slice my leg up.
Wait. How you slice your leg up putting something above your head, bro?
Because I just had neck surgery, so I should be putting up shit above my
Oh
head.
shit. Here go the net surgery.
So so I was holding it up, and it slipped, and that thing slid right across my leg. But check this out, it didn't even bleed. Like you would think blood would have started gushing out all over the place. It did not even bleed.
Did you
So I was
have
like, well, this is weird.
did you
So
have
like
gloves
4 days
Did-
ago, I said, hey, can you look at this because this don't look right.
so
I ain't kidding you. If I had shorts on this whole weekend, you would have saw I got this big ass bandage on it. Man,
so so wait. So did you have the appropriate equipment on as you was doing? Like, did you have your gloves, your jeans on as you was doing
Mo,
this
it is
work?
hot.
So you were out there in
I
shorts and
had
a tank
shorts.
top. The
Yep,
tank
yep. Tank top shorts. My hands was all messed up. You can't screw them screws in with them gloves on. Yeah, and then I got
You
my fingers are all cramping up in the middle of it. I was like, yeah, man, nope.
yeah, you should. You know what? Like,
So I told her not to order that one for about a month. I need to
bro,
recover.
bro, it's funny when you talk about a finger, man, because I'm also doing my backyard as well. So I had the little jackknife out there cutting concrete, right? Ever since then, my finger pop out of place and it don't pop back in. I have to,
It just be popping out.
yeah, just randomly, bro. Like ever since I had that jackknife, that
We
day,
old.
I was out there, like I was out
That's
there,
what
I was
that
out
is.
there good 2 hours doing that. Ever since
Mm-mm.
then, bro, I can just be walking and I squeeze my finger, whole thing just go just randomly, man.
Yeah,
I can't
this
do
is
that no more.
oldness.
Well, you talk about I ain't, like I said I usually hire. Like it was funny because HD was like, "You look like a person that'll hire somebody." I said I did. My brother-in-law, and to keep the bill down, I needed the help.
You want to know the funny thing about it is my wife said call your brother-in-law too. She said, why don't we call him to have him? I was like, he ain't got time to do this little stuff.
He ain't got no time. I got him busy. This whole week he was doing somebody bathroom remodel, and I
See?
was like, "Hey man, when you gonna make your way back over here to me?"
I thought I was like, he ain't got no time to come do this.
So I've been running around here doing all the small stuff because he had to do a bathroom remodel. Now tomorrow we got to put these big old beam posts up. So
Dang, when y'all having a party? Y'all doing so much over there?
I don't know, man. It'd probably be 4th of July.
Ooh,
I can't do Memorial Day because we got a basketball tournament, so I can't
do.
plan.
we was just talking about that too.
Man, maybe Juneteenth, maybe something like that. We'll do something.
Man,
We'll keep.
June is booked. And you ain't even got the team camp for now.
I haven't done. Yeah, I'm behind on the basketball scheduling, but it's coming along.
Oh wow. All right, real quick, and just going through what happened, some stuff that happened this week. Did you see that this dude, one of the black kids from the track, killed killed the white kid from track at a track meet.
You're talking about the Carmelo Anthony situation?
Yeah, his name just had to be Carmelo Anthony.
I
But his
it,
GoFundMe, my
yeah,
guy's GoFundMe for his defense is
it
like
was
over
over.
$100,000.
I actually thought it was over 400,000 at one point.
This dude got out on bail and went and bought a car.
I think that's fake news. His mom came on. His mom came and did a public interview,
Okay,
and the actual GoFundMe person came out public too and said that they haven't been given a single dime.
I'm just
So
going like this is TMZ.
yeah, so I think somebody gave TMZ some fake news and they ran with it. Unless again, like unless the GoFundMe dude came out with a lie, but according to GoFundMe, they haven't received any of those funds whatsoever. And it was like 400,000, man.
400,000.
Yeah, they raised 400,000. I think that's going to be a really good case to follow. Because I'm hearing self defense. I'm hearing he was being
GoFundMe. I
bullied.
just need 100,000.
Yeah, man, gosh, man, I tell you what, he raised 400,000 after he killed somebody. We around here trying to at least get, we around here trying to get like 2,000 so we can get our
Man,
podcast, so we can get some media rights around here,
jeez, I should have been following that guy.
man. Probably not the best thing to say, but
I
okay.
mean, just have a video, just follow it. That's all me. Interesting.
I do think that case is going to be pretty good, though.
What's going on with track? So in the same thing, this remember that this is a girl on the track meet. They was running a relay.
You talking
She
about
hit the girl in the back of the head with the baton, and then told them that she didn't realize she had did that.
she came public and said that she did not. Well, now you're challenging her integrity. I got to repeat what she said. She said she did not. She was just about to fall and tripping, and her hands just went up like that right there. And the
Who gonna
baton
believe that? You see the video?
Look, man. Look. I'm just repeating the situation.
It went bop, bop, bop. Oh no! Hold up! I don't know nobody that's falling. That look like your mama when they tell you to sit your tail down and you don't sit down. You get them 3 bops. That's what that was.
Hey,
Bop, bop, bop.
she did get like she got popped a few times in the back, but
Come
according to her,
on.
she was crying when she went public, bro. She said she did not try and do that. She said I was about to fall, and as I was falling, the girl was running by, and my hand just look, man.
I'm surprised the girl didn't do nothing.
You ain't gonna get the, but you get hit in the back of the head with a baton while you running. You probably ain't gonna be able to do nothing either. She probably was
Man,
concussed. She probably was
first thing you do is
concussed.
turn around and swing.
She was concussed, bro.
Interesting.
It was a-
That's an interesting thing. Her story, I just can't believe what she said on that. I don't know. I am
I-
questioning her integrity because there's no way you was falling.
Here's what's
When you,
crazy.
yeah, there is no way you was falling.
Here's what's crazy. This is all high school, man.
But,
It's
man,
not
I know
professional.
this stuff is insane.
Yeah. This is all high school, but she did. She came out. She said she was falling, bro. So I don't know. Maybe we played a video. We can find a video. We play it and let the chat determine what's happening.
Oh wow, y'all can Google that. Just Google
Okay.
track baton hit or something.
Oh, I'm actually finna try and
It's
Google
probably
it and see
there.
if it comes up like
It's
that.
there.
Track baton hit.
That girl,
Oh,
boom,
man.
pop, pop, pop. It is insane.
Yep.
Just we got a lot of stuff going on, man.
It does.
So we had some school shootings happening too, real quick, just to jump over some current news. I'm gonna go back to the high school one, back over there in Texas. So I find out that it is a black kid. They don't know how he got into a school because the school is a high school and it was,
The door was propped.
they said that one of his friends may have let him in.
Yep, from
Okay.
a side door.
So this dude goes in, he does a shooting. He goes back home.
Mhm.
Nobody knows who he was. He
Mhm.
gets on live and tells everybody exactly what he did,
And then went and turned himself in later.
and then
on
turned
that
himself
night.
in.
Mhm.
This stuff is getting interesting and strange.
You know, with there was a couple shootings this week.
Yeah, no, I was gonna talk about FSU after this.
Yeah, staying with the high school. From what I've looked at, it was he was targeting specific kids, so he didn't or specific people is what they said.
Oh yeah,
he
so
did-
he tried to
so-
make it look like a school shooting when he was just going there to get
yeah.
the dude.
So he didn't go in and just open fire because apparently he would have hit more than just the people he hit. In that
Yeah, I
shooting.
mean, he
So,
just got out. He just walked on out, went home.
I
Like he just clocked out of work. Like, all right,
I don't know. Like I'm kind of speechless when it comes to shootings and stuff because it's one of those things, right? Like I'm a gun owner, gun lover. Um, but there's just some there's just some craziness, man. Like I don't know. I don't know how to.
And we are the
You,
only country.
you can't really because a lot of handguns and things are illegal in other countries. But you can't really. I don't know. You can't really grasp that, right? Because if you think about it, in high school, if somebody bought a gun to the school as we were growing up, it was a big deal. Everyone snitched on them,
Oh
right? Like I'm like, everybody gonna
dang,
tell.
Johnny got the gun.
Yeah, everybody's gonna tell. Now it just happens, man. And I think it's just happening way too many times, right?
Are they
And if
just is it just like numbing, or you're just numb to the feeling of it? Like,
I,
cause
I,
kids play so many games and you see so much shit. Like we weren't playing all those type of games back
yeah,
then, as you are now. And then you're seeing it all the time in songs, videos,
I don't. But
games,
man, you know what?
TVs.
I just I shake my head to it. Like just thinking about, obviously my kid is 22, 23 years old now, and I don't have to deal with another one going through school and stuff, and being a basketball coach. Does it cross your mind
You don't even
that
be at school now. I mean, you just be at an
like
event.
some of these people are crazy, man. That's why you gotta have like you gotta be aware. Like I think that's the biggest thing. It doesn't matter where you are. You just have to be aware of your surroundings. Anywhere anywhere I go that's in public and I don't and I'm not like being searched, yeah, you're gonna have a weapon on you. I'm gonna have a gun on me at least. Like I gotta protect the people I love, right?
Yeah.
Like I just think that's just the way it is. So yeah, I mean that was an unfortunate situation that his friend is
Did they
probably
figure out
going
who the friend was?
they, I'm pretty sure cameras is gonna tell in due time. But I tell you what, that friend is probably gonna do some time. Especially that same school just had a shooting a year ago when the guy went in there and shot up the school. And
Huh.
it was a year ago. So a year, they said almost a year to this day, another shooting happened at that school. So that school is notorious for the
And that's why
shootings
they
and
said it
things.
was extra
So
locked down. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So that's why they have all the doors locked, in one way in, one way out type
Uh-huh.
deal. Metal detectors at
Yeah.
that school that parents was bit highly against when they put them in at the beginning of the school year because they had a shooting a year ago, and now I mean, it's never secure when people are letting you in through side doors and stuff. I mean, you work at a school.
Yeah.
I
No, I know.
work at a school.
Yeah.
Like we don't have to go through the main door. If someone sees you at the door, they just walk up and open the door, right? So they
True.
whether they know you
You're
or
right.
not. So that's just it sucks, dude. It really does. But and it sucks to say that's the way of the world that we live in today. But I think the best thing you could do is just try and figure out ways to prevent it, man.
How do you prevent it as we go into the Florida State one? Like, you got to open campus here at college.
So yeah, so the Florida State one was a little bit different. There had to be signs. I'm really
And I'm gonna
curious.
let me rerun real quick before we go into it. So, the son of a deputy of 18
Yep.
years there,
Yep. 20.
he's 20 years old, decided to go in on a shooting spree at the Florida State campus this past week. I've been reading. A lot of them are saying, well, he's had some issues. His mom took him to a different country. He didn't want to go. This and that. And so in my head, as I'm reading this, I say, well, there's a lot of kids that suffer through a lot of different things, and they don't go out and steal their parents' gun and go and shoot up people at a college. So I don't know why this is even as a thought.
Yeah,
Because when Jeff, or when what's the name, goes and shoots up this spot, you're gonna be like, oh well, that guy, he had all this stuff happen. No, that dude's been doing this. He's been in the juvenile system since he was this age. He has this on his record. Boom, boom, boom. Why is it different? Is it because he's a son of a cop?
I don't know. I think one of the things I heard about that was that he was going through custody issues, and I think he was over 18, but he had been going through
That was
custody
when he was
issues and
younger.
stuff.
So my mind was, why didn't he do anything when he was 16,
it
17, 18?
it shouldn't make any difference. I think what I'm really curious about with this one here, Platinum, is I've heard a lot of parents and peoples when these school shootings and things happen. they always say the parents or the person that actually owned the gun should be accountable for it, right? When it happens. Now, I'm really curious with her being a deputy, do they
Well, no,
still
because
have
he's
that
an
same
adult.
mindset? So I mean,
They said
again,
no because he's an adult.
but it was her gun, and
Yeah,
as a
but
and as a police officer,
it, here's the thing. They said it was a retired gun, but it was hers. But he may have. I mean, maybe she didn't think he was this crazy all the time, so she may have told him the code to get the gun to go shoot sometimes at wherever, right? Or he could have easily just got his own.
but it was her gun though.
Yeah,
He didn't get his own. It was her gun that was
yeah,
used in that.
yeah. I don't know, but that's what they were saying. They were saying because he was an adult, she shouldn't get charged for him taking her gun.
If you know your son has, here's what and I'm firm on this. If you know your kid has mental issues, which parents do, no matter how much we try and deny it,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
A
but they're
lot.
not going to be like Mike. They're not going to admit it.
If you know your parents have, if you know your kid has mental issues, bro, you bottom line, you got to lock your shit up. That's bottom line. There's no excuse, man. If
I
you know
agree.
any instability, come on, you know when your kids are crazy in the head. Like, let's be real honest with
But
each
you
other,
also
man.
got parents that are half crazy and in denial too, because once again, my kid is not crazy.
They shouldn't have guns. They shouldn't. And there's no way to prevent mass shootings. Like, let's just be real, clear, and honest. With how our
Isn't,
Constitution
isn't that
and that,
insane though? From whenever that
hmm
first one was that Kip Kinkle?
the Columbine.
No, Columbine was after Kip Kinkle. 1991, I think. Kip Kinkle was out here in Springfield.
Yeah, but that one wasn't nationally publicized in
Correct.
'91, right?
Correct.
So no one really knew about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah, no
Yeah.
one knew.
That's what I
No.
mean. So I'm
hmm
assuming like after that, then all of a sudden it just blew up to this big deal.
Well,
Like
I think
they glorified it off the Columbine.
I actually think now what's happening is that you already have a lot of crazy instability people in this world now. So now when someone does something, the next and because of how the media portrays
You
it,
know, there's a
the,
website
the
that these dudes
the
are on.
next person the next person is like, I'm gonna top this person,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's where it's crazy. Like when the one dude went in and shot up that black church in South Carolina, right? That one time, like they still couldn't figure out why he did it, right? Like they're
Yeah.
still trying to analyze his brain and figure out why he did it. He's still alive, but at the same time, I mean, you when how we publicize stuff on social media and stuff, we give these people a lot of power at that point,
True.
right? When you're
Yeah.
putting things out on social media or you're putting it in the news outlets and things like that, that's a lot of power, right? Instead of focusing on, hey, there was a school shooting, focusing more on the victims, we
Hmm.
focus more on the person that actually committed the crime, right?
Yeah.
And every time you focus more on those type of peoples, what happens is that you got other people that sit in there that has had that same mental mindset, thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna do better than that," right? But since this year, I think this year alone, like they've prevented, right, through tips and stuff, they
Yeah.
prevented like 100 and some
That's
school shootings
insane.
that was gonna happen like
That's
this year.
insane.
Lots of them in the Chicago area, but they have been preventing them because just through tips and things, right? Like I even think in Oregon, Southern Oregon, a couple weeks ago, they actually retained somebody. So I don't know, man. I don't have no one has the answer to it, right?
Yeah.
Like we can sit around and say more gun laws. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It's not hard to pass a background check, people.
Well, not
Like
even
it's
that.
just not
People
hard.
just steal them.
Yeah. And then the black market is real,
Yeah. I mean,
right? Like
that's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, yeah, the black market is definitely real. So,
That's where they need to be at. They need to go to the black market
but you know what?
and bust the people there.
All of the American people know about the black market. Law enforcement knows about it. They just refute. They just turn their heads the other way until something.
Interesting. I know they know about it because you can't be knowing about it and have movies that talk about it. Should I learned from Total Recall. That's how I knew these phones was gonna come out.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, it's crazy though. It's really crazy to sit back and think about what's happening in schools and the shootings and stuff like that. And it's hard not to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like you get alerts on your phones, right? Like another school shooting, another school shooting. Um, and it was two last. All right, it was two in 1 week, and then the Carmelo Anthony kid that stabbed Buddy at the
Yeah.
track meet. Apparently, there was a lot of flags there, but that happened about a month ago now, right? Like something like that. So
Yeah, a few weeks back. Yep.
I mean, it's crazy, man. Only thing you can do is just try and tell your kids. First of all, just don't be assholes to people. I mean, it's that plain and simple because you just don't know the mental
Hey,
mindset
you know,
of a person.
hey, there's less bullies now.
Yeah, you don't know the mental mindset of people, so like
Interesting.
you could be an
I mean,
asshole
less
to a person.
bullies in school. I mean, you still might have your internet bullies, as always, cyber bullies, but less bullying in the schools. I think. I
Well,
I
I think
mean,
I think some
as
kids just know
being
it's not
in a
cool.
school for a while, seeing it, I hadn't seen much of it. And if
Yeah,
so, then there's
yeah. Well, some people just think it's not cool, right? Like it's not cool to body shame. It's not cool to be a bully and stuff like that.
yeah, but
So
you
it's a
still
little
got
bit
bullies.
different, man. You're always gonna have them, always, bro. I was bullied growing up. I
I
say
was
that all the
too.
time. Yeah. So, but you didn't know it was bullying
Yeah, I
until you
did.
started learning it. Well, I
I
didn't.
did know it was,
I definitely
but I was a little fat kid.
didn't. I didn't want to ask that.
Yeah, before I started running,
Man,
I was a little fat kid,
I didn't want to
and they
ask
used to
that
call
question.
and they used to call me mucus. I was
you
like,
know,
yeah,
you know what? For a long time, it was crazy because for a long time, like once I started really realizing I was being bullied, I actually had a little checklist on get that dude back, right? Like, but I let it go, man. I let it go. That's why you got to go to church sometimes, people. You go to church, you'll learn to forgive and forget,
no, I
man.
didn't.
I
I
let
didn't.
it go, man.
I got skinny, and I took all their girlfriends. That's exactly what I did on that playground. Yep, sure did that.
That explained the 8 kids.
I said, how do you say kids? I said the girl. I was a kid. Dang.
Oh man, yeah, that's yeah, but prayers and thoughts are definitely with the families impacted through all of this stuff. It's never fun. I know we laugh about it, we joke about it, but in all seriousness, it's never a fun thing to have to endeavor or go through.
None of my stuff worked. All right,
Move.
going into the NBA before we slide into the NBA real quick. We
Mm.
got some NBA news. Did you see DeMar DeRozan knock the dude out at the sushi bar?
I did hear about it. I did. I did hear.
Man, I mean, you ain't got to make news up no more. People just give you
So
everything to talk about.
so before we go to the NBA, can we just look at one thing? Just before we go to the NBA, I have to.
Who?
Hold on.
What?
I need to share something before we go to the NBA. So, chat, we talked about it. Let's see if I can share my screen here. Give me a second. Oh, yeah, let's see.
What
And
we got?
you guys can
Oh,
see my
look
screen?
at this. We're moving up.
You can see it?
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah?
I can see it. I don't know if they can.
You, chat, can you guys see the YouTube video?
I don't see a video. I just see now.
What about
Okay,
now?
there we go.
Now you see the video? All right. You guys tell us what really happened here. All right. I ain't going to turn the volume on, but I want y'all to tell me what really happened here.
I'm gonna tell you. Bop, bop, bop.
Just
Look.
watch this girl. She say she was tripping.
Yeah, she
look.
was tripping.
She say she was tripping. We trip. Hey, she said she was tripping,
Let me
bro.
see.
Look.
Oh,
It was, hold on. We're going to go back. We don't care about what they're saying.
man.
We don't care about their
Oh, I like
version.
this now, and I can just send you my videos.
We don't care about their version. Look at this. Chat, is that an accident? Watch. All right, she got bought 4 times.
No,
That may
whose
not,
arm be going like this? Y'all all say those are that's an accident?
chat, was that an accident? That's the question.
What? Oh, or y'all? Yes, y'all can see it. Yes, they can see it. That's not yes on an accident. I don't think that's just it. That's deliberate.
So, so I,
Oh yeah, man. Like you can get the videos of them. I can just send
I,
you the videos to get on there.
I just think I don't know when we know that's old news. We're aware. Thank you for sharing. But we're just talking about all of the school stuff that's been happening over the last month. We're aware. We just need to know was it an accident or not.
Nope, she hit that
Oh
girl.
man, she hit that. I thought it was an accident. I don't know about you guys.
There ain't no accident. I'm falling. You don't fall like that.
All right, but back
If
to
anything,
DeMar
grabbed her.
DeRozan.
You would have grabbed her if you were falling. You ain't swinging.
I agree. I agree. All right,
Playoffs,
so
playoffs, playoffs.
uh,
NBA playoffs are here, and we are in games of the first round. I think we're in the final first round game of the weekend. Right? This is the 8th game.
this is the final game that's going
Yeah, we
on
got
right now
Golden
at this
State
moment.
and Houston going on right now. I do not have a clue what the score is because I did not
Gold,
look at my
Golden
TV.
State's up 21 right now in the third quarter.
Golden State is up.
Did I stutter?
Golden State is up 21.
66-45 right now.
No freaking way. Oh
Third,
wow.
in the third quarter.
Okay. Okay. I thought
Um,
Houston came out to play when I was watching the first 5 minutes.
oh, they did.
but then I think about it. So did we. We came out to play too the first 5 minutes and lost by
Like
20
you
points.
said, they came out the first 5 minutes. You're right. They
Wow.
did. Came out.
Okay. So who we got? We got LA down 0-1.
I missed a lot of basketball yesterday. I was at basketball, so I didn't
We
get to watch
got
much of the NBA.
Detroit down 0-1 to New York. We have who we got? Else we got?
The Knicks, New York.
Yeah, Knicks are up 1-0.
Yep, Pistons are down.
Boston's up. Cleveland's up. Cleveland, New York,
Mm-hmm.
Boston, and Orlando. No, Orlando lost. You guys
Orlando
lost.
Miami lost today.
Who are they playing again?
They played Cleveland.
Oh, they were Cleveland. That's right. My mom was talking to that game.
Which
They
game
thought
you
they
want
was
to
gonna
start?
come back.
Which game you want to start with?
Let's start with your game.
We lost. What you want to hear?
How do you feel about that? Do you think you guys can beat Cleveland?
I do. I actually think
Wait. Do you think they can beat them in a series, or do you think they
do.
can get like 1 or 2 games?
no. I actually think we can beat them in the series. I think for 3/4 of today's game, at least the majority of it, I was watching over at my sister's house. For 3/4 of today's games, they were pretty balanced, right?
Oh,
Donovan Mitchell just kind of went off there. So
Grizzlies OKC's on right now.
what's that? The OKC beat the smack out of the Grizzlies today. Like I'm talking, Grizzlies only scored 80 points, bro.
Why did you say Grizzlies beating OKC? Oh, they're going to beat them.
Whoever said that needs to get off this chat. All I'm gonna tell
They
you.
lost, so OKC's up.
It's one thing you're losing. It's another thing you get beat down the way you did. I mean,
So we got OKC up 1-0.
yep. 131 to 8. Wait. 131 to 80 in a playoff game.
Oh wow,
131 to 80, bro. That's
Man,
51 points.
That was like y'all game yesterday.
That is 51 points.
That's
Yeah,
like y'all game yesterday.
Yeah. Well, that was like us beating the H out of the team.
Yeah.
we beat the hell out of that team yesterday. We did.
Wow.
It was bad, but it was literally 131 to 80, bro.
What
I want to call.
What
out
do you say in an NBA game in the playoffs when you lose by 50 points?
I want to call out that this is a playoff game.
I didn't even watch. I didn't see that game, but you lose by 50 points in the playoffs. Should you have been in the playoffs?
68 to 36 at halftime.
Should you have been in the playoffs? Maybe they lost. Maybe they used all their energy just to get in.
Well, they did have to plan to play in. You know, like maybe that's the excuse.
So maybe that they lose that game one. They're like, okay, who cares? We're ready. We knew we weren't ready to play that one.
That's
Just a giveaway, throwaway game.
It's possible, man.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
what the
tough
Lakers
one,
did
man.
too.
You know what? But the difference was the Grizzlies was on the road, right? You only have to steal one
No, I
game.
know.
The
I
Lakers was
know.
at home.
Well, shoot, the way Minnesota shot the damn ball, man. I don't think anybody that was playing it was gonna win unless you were shooting the same way.
Was it a high percentage? I didn't look at
I
that.
watched the third quarter. I swear to you, I don't think they missed in the third. And then Edwards got hurt. He cramped up or something, so he left. And then the Lakers went on the run, so they got it within 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just bang, 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 like four
Well,
or five threes in a row.
well, here's what's crazy. So the Lakers was up 7 at the end of the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron had 0 points.
I know. And then
This is at the end of the first
scored
quarter.
38-20 in the second.
Yeah, and then 35-30 in the third.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. They couldn't miss no shots.
Brun, this might be it for you, buddy. If you get this message,
No, he just needs to score 30.
you
He
still
only had
playing
20 something.
You still playing at an elite level, Brun. But this is what I want to share with you, my brother. You gotta go get some people that want to win, man. Sorry, man.
You don't think
wanna
Lakers
win.
going to win? You think
wanna
Timberwolves
win.
got this series?
You want to win? Opt out of that contract, Brun.
I say Lakers got it in 6.
Mm.
Lakers wins this series in 6. OKC wins their series in 4.
So who to blame for yesterday? I mean, Luka had 37 and 8.
It's Bron. He only had 20-some points. He's got to score over 30.
See the OG can't wake up every day without his
You don't
knees hurting
understand
like
how,
you do
how
though.
LeBron works. This is the first game. It's all right. He's reading it all out. He's planning it all out.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out. Next game, he's going to have a triple-double. Actually, they both might have triples.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
He was just trying to make sure everybody else ate. Now you know he got to eat first.
Did you see Dame picking up a technical foul in street clothes? Dame Dollar picking up a technical foul in street clothes yesterday.
Oh, I was like, what? I thought he was playing game 2.
Him and Halliburton was going at it. They had to hold him back.
What did he say? You can't even play. You
No,
left your blood in.
He said he coming back. he said I'm coming back. He picked up a technical foul. They had to restrain him yesterday.
That's probably why they got ticked, because he's like, dang, man, I didn't know you could even play.
So I think.
Speaking of, man, these kids these days, though, they be, hey, somebody's son going to get tripped on these sidelines one of these days. They keep talking their mouth. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Wait, hold up. Let me put my disclaimer.
Well, we going back to club basketball now?
I just had to throw that out because I was just bringing it up because you were saying that they were going at it. And that's what it brought me back to these kids what they be going at it back and forth in these games.
Well, you do know at the end of our game
today.
They was outside fighting, bro. They had security.
Oh,
everywhere.
no, I thought you were talking about y'all players and them. Who's fighting?
No, our player. My players. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. You hit one of my players, you're gonna be fighting all of them. I'm just gonna pull out the camera and start recording. I ain't gonna sit there and lie to you, because they was about ready to throw down. Like they was about ready to throw down earlier today. But my guys, they just let it walk. But we walk outside at the end of our game. This was girls 10-year-old basketball. I want to call out.
Was it that pink team?
There were some parents going.
Is the black dude off the pink team?
Yeah, there were some parents going at it, man. They was going at it, bro. So I didn't go over there, but some of my players and coaches did. And one of my coach sent me a message. I forgot to tell you, the dude told the other dude, I don't care. I'll slap your wife in the mouth if she keep talking. I ain't gonna read verbatim.
Wow.
But it got a little heated.
By the way, this AAU season just started. Like, we are fresh in it. Now, some teams might have started last week, but we are fresh in the AAU season.
10-year-old girls basketball. I want to call it out.
Hey, don't play with my kids.
Man.
Dude's about to go to jail in the parking lot for fighting over.
Bro, it was so many security people over there, right? Because our game got a little bit heated, so security actually came and sat on our bench.
Dang.
And so yeah, he sat there the last 10 minutes. Our game was pretty heated, but I'm like, man, ain't nobody gonna throw nothing until Buddy hit one of our players. He hit him like he went up for a dunk. You know who it is. I'm not gonna say the name.
Oh, out the air?
Buddy checked him.
Oh,
He got up. Let me tell you, I got a brother on my team. He got up, and you would have thought we went back to the park because he called him every N word in the book. And the official said you can't say that, and I said my bad. I thought he was at the park. He thought he was at the park. Man, I was like, oh my god, this is finna get out of control.
dang.
But yeah, but security ended up sitting on our bench, so nothing
wow.
obviously happened. From
These
our
sports is out of
situation.
control, y'all.
But then we
Youth
walked
sports.
outside, and
Actually,
there
it
was
ain't even the kids. It's the parents,
You know what? I
parents
think,
and the refs.
I think the officials is allowing it, and I think that's the problem
And
because
some of them egg it on.
yeah,
Like be arguing back with the parents.
yeah. I mean, you got to have some thick officials this time of year because I mean, man, like you're talking.
Hey, shoot, I watched one game. The ref, dude said something. He gave the dude a tech. Dude started arguing with the ref. He said, "You know what? I ain't got to keep reffing." He walked off the court. The ref just left. I said, "Dang, he gone."
So what
They're
they
like-
do? What they
And
do?
then another
stood
ref
there and look?
for our game was like, "Nah, he'll be back. He need that check." he came back too in like 5 minutes. He just said, "I had to go cool off." I said, "I know where you had to go, dude."
It was it was interesting, man. I was like, well, ain't nothing gonna pop off on us. We got the big bone crush at the end of our damn bench. I can't
That's
even
why I was
say
going to ask
nothing.
you who was it? What security it was?
We had a big.
was
Dude.
a-
We ain't had one of the little ones that was.
Outside of the club, and you
Yeah.
think I'm a bum.
Yeah, we had the bone crusher. We ain't had one of the little dudes that was outside when we walked out there. They out there trying to break up that fight. I said, oh, they ain't gonna get control of that. I got in the car and left.
Man. It was
All my parents sitting out there like looking and smiling. I got in the car. I called C Money. I said, hey man, what's going on? He said, man, they fighting over 10-year-old basketball right now. I said, well, who winning? They took it to the parking lot, man.
This is it.
They-
This is insane.
I
Yeah, I
got a
remember-
feeling it's gonna
Yeah.
be an interesting one this year.
Yeah.
Gonna be an interesting.
You get some good video off the AAU circuit.
It's gonna be an
Some fights,
interesting one this
coaches,
year.
players, refs, coaches.
10-year-old
I
basketball.
remember when one of our
people.
coaches almost got a chair thrown. That's how intense this stuff be getting.
I'm just. I mean, chat. 10-year-old basketball. I'm gonna keep saying that because you would think a
Youth
10-year-old
basketball, it don't matter if it's high school or 10-year-old. None of them making. Oh wait, let me rewind. Some of these high school kids aren't making some millions, but none of them here.
You are. I mean, you are talking a 10-year-old. You're talking your daughter right now, and parents
Yeah.
getting ready to fight over
I'm about to
her
mess them up because that should have been a foul.
because it should have been a foul. The ref didn't call it, so now the parent gonna go fight the other parent. Why not go beat up on the ref?
Just because the ref didn't call it and your
Yeah,
girl
the ref-
fouled my girl, I'm fighting you. That's who I'm mad at.
It's out of control, man.
That's
I mean,
definitely a dude that woke up this Easter not happy. He
He
was
didn't go
not
to-
happy.
He didn't go to church this morning. I went to church, so I was able to keep my composure.
He couldn't do nothing on this day.
He
He
go to
couldn't
church
celebrate
this
420. He couldn't do nothing. He was just mad about life. So
He
he's
was
like,
already
you know
mad.
what? You don't pick the wrong day to foul my daughter. This is it.
He was already mad. He had to be at that damn game in this 420. He missing the NBA
That's what I
playoffs.
mean.
And oh man, I felt
It's like, and we didn't win. Oh
poor
no,
guy.
somebody
Man.
getting it.
Well, somebody got it because they was out there scrapping, man, in the
Dang.
parking lot. They had every security guard. I don't know what happened afterwards, but
The worst thing
Right.
is if you're the dude that started it for your daughter, and then your dad go out there and get whooped up. Like, what do you say?
You got beat twice.
Like, what do
in
you
a
say?
day.
What did your daughter? Like, dang, dad.
In
You
your
probably should
head,
not come to more games. I'm just gonna tell you that now. This is the
Yeah.
last game you come to, or I'm done
Yeah.
playing. Like, seriously, we're both embarrassed.
it went down, bro. They both. I mean, they probably moved to another city.
Oh my gosh. Watch them randomly listen to this podcast.
Dang, now they gonna mess with me the next
They'd be
time
like,
I'm in the
"Dang, they're
gym,
working on
huh?
me."
All I'm
That'd
saying
be
is
insane.
10-year-old basketball. It's not worth it, people. Like I'm sitting back and I'm watching these people like get into it. Like it's just not worth it, man. Like holy cow. Like it was a heated weekend. I just sit back and I'm like, dang.
This ain't even
With
nothing. We
the
ain't even
thing
made
about
it to the hood spots.
yeah, the thing about my team, right?
We ain't even made it to LA. Like that's where the refs that's where the fights really start.
Nah, it's gonna start here this year.
Oh
The thing
my
about
God.
the thing about my team was mad from last year, right? Like last year we played the same team and Riley got checked and
Oh,
took
the game that we at 1 o'clock.
yeah. So
Oh
my
yeah, I
team
saw that.
yes,
Yeah, I saw
and,
they're about to get in it.
and
That
then
dude was
then it
talking a lot of
started.
mess to L.
Then it was talking crap at the beginning, like like because they went on a little 6-0 run. They talking crap. C Money got pushed, right? Like all of a sudden they talking crap, man. And I'm like, this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. Then I got
her. L shot that. And he failed. Dude's like, "You're just a flopper.
hey,
You flop all the time."
it went, and then I'm like, I'm sitting there, then my
bench started standing up, and I'm like, guys, just don't leave, just don't go out there. I ain't breaking y'all up. I'm just gonna pull out my phone and record it. I ain't breaking. Dude, I'm too old to be breaking up fights, man.
It's not in my budget.
No, I don't get paid for that. No, we just gonna be a suspended program. No,
Coach, you gonna stop him? Nah.
no,
They good.
no, they good. Shoot, well, I'll let them know who
Players
won.
cannot play in the next tournament. Oh shit.
Man,
Okay.
I'm just recording so I can let them know who won. That is it, man. But I ain't getting into it. But yeah, it was. I mean, once they started talking crap, and then it was a tied ball game at halftime, and like I said, they were still chirping, and we went on a 50 to.
Here's what's
Whatever.
great. Here's the cool thing about it. There's a plus and minus to the shit talking. Like I like it because it like eggs the game on and makes it a little bit
Yeah.
more intense. But then it gets to a certain point where the rest should be like, all right, let's calm it down a little bit. Y'all taking a little bit too extra. But in the high school, you can't get away with none of that.
But
Like you can't say no kind of talking. You can't get
No, it's a it's a technical.
So
But-
that's why I
but-
like
but
that
like
you can
I-
actually
but-
be.
But
be
like I
real
told my
shit-talking.
boys, right? Like I told my boys, they can't be talking shit because they lost too. So we both playing in a dang consolation bracket right now. You see what I'm saying? Like I see if this is a championship game, right? But you just got beat over there. We just got beat here. We already don't want to
Hey.
play each other because we want to be in a championship.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you see what I'm saying? So neither one of you should be talking.
Like championship, did they actually get like a trophy? Because I ain't never seen it.
I don't know what I don't, bro. I don't know what they got today. I was
You
so
know how you
pissed
go
off.
to go to tournaments, you can see the trophy sitting there. You're like, okay, that's what y'all get to win. Okay, cool. I never see a trophy.
I don't know what they get today. Bragging rights.
Dang, we pay all that for just for you to write it, put a thing on on Google.
Bro, we gonna stay on this topic because I think one of the things I was really mad about is it's a $15 cover charge now. I can't even ask my family to come support that
I didn't even ask so.
per day, bro.
And the crazy
Per
thing about it, the dude that runs
day.
it went to high school with me. That's what's even
Per-
messed up about it.
Per day, $15 per day to get in the game now. Like, how much is too much?
I told HD when they start charging for parking here.
Like, how much is too much, bro? I mean, it's already bad, and
Everywhere
LA,
else.
LA is already like, what,
that's
50
horrible.
bucks, $50 a day to watch your kid play. Vegas is what, 45, 50 a day to watch your kid play. You there 4 days? That's $200
$75 for the
cover.
weekend.
That's horrible, bro. But now we're at $15 in Portland.
Per person.
$15, and then I'm sitting there and I'm sitting there
I'm
looking
in the
at.
wrong business.
I'm sitting there, yeah, because I'm looking at like all of the people that's in there, right? Like, keep in mind, 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds, they bring a crowd. Like,
Yeah.
people, when I tell you, like, they are bringing
Why?
Easily.
I don't know.
easily 50 to 100 people at a game, right? 17-year-olds, probably not so much. We had a pretty good crowd today, though. I was actually surprised. Like, I'm sitting here like, damn, y'all bringing y'all families for $15 a head? So, yeah, I'll be opening the back door for a lot of people because I'm like, man, $15
Hey,
a head.
I need to start a GoFundMe. We're trying to raise money to start our own facility. So go ahead and so we can go ahead and go live out of the facility. We're also
we
there, so that's another write off. Uh,
we do need to find some investors
be
because
hosting events out of that as well, so another write off.
I think we could do a better job though. But it was $15 a head, man. That was just crazy.
I would have just said, $20 for the weekend. You're good.
I just couldn't believe that, man. And it was 800 teams.
See what's gonna happen, and that's what I mean. And nothing's changed. That's what HD was talking about, and nothing changed. Like it's the same stuff.
Officials are still the same.
Like I remember
They
you used
haven't
to do
gotten any
tournaments. You
better.
used to at least get like a T-shirt of that tournament. Like okay, you participated in this tournament. Here's at least a T-shirt. You don't get nothing.
But
Not even a Gatorade.
But I was telling HD today, I was like, we was in LA last year the first time, and we had to drive 3 hours to like Corona or whatnot.
Yeah.
That day we had all of that traffic. I said, here's the thing: it was the worst drive in America. We was all pissed, but that's the best officiating we've had in any club tournament that we played. Think about it: they had 3 officials. They were pretty consistent,
Yeah.
right? Like it was like the best refs. Like now you're getting these parents. I mean, you've already paid $350, $400 for the tournament fees, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's $15 a head, man.
Yeah. You want to know what I just said? I just said, man, it sucks that none of my kids play sports, but I love that none of my kids play sports. Not none of them. I actually do have a daughter that plays softball, but I'm talking about like, man, shoot, I'd be negative money. I'd have to
For
coach all day sports just for them to play.
for a place for a place that you only need a ball and a hoop, it should not cost that much money to play basketball, bro.
It doesn't, but they're getting more and more expensive. Here's what I don't. I agree with that. That's getting more and more expensive, and what I don't agree with is, even though I got friends that are making money off of it, I don't agree. You don't need a second grade AAU team,
I
third
saw
grade
some
AAU team.
I
You
saw some
don't. They
young
should be learning fundamentals. They shouldn't be going out traveling trying to play. Like if you got a good third grader, have them play on the fifth grade team.
That's fair.
But they shouldn't be traveling and playing. There's no way I'm paying
But
all that money for my kid that don't even know if they're gonna play sports in 2 years.
but they are. Did you see the rankings? Like they
No,
already
I
ranked. They
said that. Remember I
ranking.
said
Yeah,
they
they're
got third
ranking
graders.
second graders,
Yes.
bro. They are ranking second graders.
Yeah. I was like, man, if I was in second grade, I was probably like 18 million because I didn't even know I wanted to play. I was playing baseball at the time.
Hey, if you got a second grader, put them in sports. We'll get them on ESPN top
Yeah,
20
like, let me
prospects
start
in the
ranking. Hey,
second
send me
grade,
send me
man.
your kid. Send me that video. Now look at
Second
Johnny
grade
dribbling.
top
18. You top
they
20
are
right there, guy. You top
ranking
20.
they are ranking second graders now. That's
He
the
dunked
world
on
we're
that
in.
Nerf hoop. Top 50 right there.
By the time he get to the third grade, he's gonna have an NIL contract.
I know, but did you see them kids though? I sent you them like is that like a sixth grader, seventh grader?
That
Them
kid's
mugs
gonna
look
be
like they in
good, man.
college.
Yeah, yeah.
See,
I
they
I
came
think
from
some
Africa,
people, but I think some people's gonna hold their kids
like
back.
like my adopted son.
The one we haven't met yet.
Yeah, from Africa. You what? You, okay. Dang, I can't tell the whole conversation, but we was talking over here for Easter, and my mom goes, "You better not," because it was talking about something. You better not have no kids that you don't know about. I was like, "Mom, I can't have no more kids." She said, "I'm not talking now. I'm talking about from before." I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" She's like,
Mom, if you listening, I've been saying he has 8. I've been saying he has
I
8.
ain't got no 8
I
kids.
don't know where the other one's at, but
Hey, I don't know what he's talking about, babe. He over here making stuff up. Big Mo trying to wish other kids on me.
oh man, every time somebody say how many
Unless
kids,
there's 2 more that I'm gonna adopt,
they be
so
saying how
we can
many
get these
kids
NIL
Platinum
deals.
got.
Be good.
They be saying how many kids Platinum got. 8.
6. That's why I would have had to coach all the sports because we ain't got enough
Oh
money to pay
man.
for them. In youth or in high school, I would have been like, listen, I will come work. I will work at that school.
But some high schools are free now, though.
What
Like
ones?
like
Which ones?
we don't charge kids for high school athletes.
We don't.
Nope.
Man, you got to be 3A to get to play for free.
I don't know. Like I know we don't. RAD he told me Friday. He said some schools, a lot of 4A, 3A schools don't. We just don't charge kids.
Oh wow. When I was in
Oh.
school, it was $200 or
Yeah,
$225 or something like that.
And I think when I was at my previous school, it was $275 per
That's
sport
insane.
though. Per sport though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So
So I'm like,
so
so right now y'all got to be paying close to 500 or so.
so if you're
If I'm
paying, I
doing,
mean, you have kids doing football, basketball, baseball, like that's just insane. Yeah, but our school
yeah,
don't
you'd be
charge
like,
kids
shoot,
to
you
play.
just going to be one sport athlete. We can't
And
afford
then
to pay $1,000 a season
in high school fees, and then you want to go play
and then go
club, which is
play AAU.
another
Yep.
$2,000. I mean, kudos to these parents, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real honest
Good
with you,
investments.
parents. Like, kudos to you, parents. Like, I know basketball's a lot, but I hear that volleyball and
Oh
soccer's
yeah,
just at a whole nother level when it comes down to
baseball.
money. Yeah, baseball, like
But you
basketball
also
is
got to
cheap.
think about that. But then you got to think about all the gear you got to get for that. Basketball, you got 2 pairs of shoes in the basketball, maybe.
Yeah, volleyball, all you got is a volleyball and some knee pads.
Yeah, but you can't just go volleyball anywhere. You can go
Well, you
play
got
basketball anywhere.
yeah, that's true. You know what'd be cool? We should have a 3-on-3 outdoor tournament in the summer.
Yeah, this was discussed several times.
That no outdoor though, at a
Hot.
park. At a park, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
What park you trying to have it at?
I don't know. You got to rent one of them though. Apparently, they probably gonna want
You
to
got to
cut.
have enough hoops.
You need about 6 of them. You can wheel some in.
Okay.
Similar to, don't they do that Hoopapalooza in Salem like that?
They
Outdoor.
used to do it. They used to do it there at the Memorial Coliseum area for Portland.
That'd be that'd be
They used
pretty
to do that
dope.
back there. Back in the
Three
day,
on
I
three.
was in it a couple of times.
3-on-3.
Hot. It was hot.
We should
On top of
definitely.
them
We need to put that together. Though.
carports or car
We need-
garages.
Yeah, we need to put that together. That'd be pretty dope. I'd be down with that.
Okay.
Not to play though, just to run it.
Talk to Mr.
My-
HD.
My playing days
Yeah.
are officially retired, bro. Like if I run up and down that court, you best to believe I gotta have ice on the knees for the next 3
At
days.
least you're running.
The hips.
I'm walking up and down that
Oh
court.
no, I can get up and down. I can run at least, but you best to believe the aftermath is gonna be painful.
That is true. Hey, what we got? Oh, we got a little bit NBA. We got some draft coming up on Thursday.
The NFL draft.
NFL draft is finally here.
I feel
Woohoo!
I feel like this has been hyping up for the last 3 months with the NBA with the NFL draft. Let me guess. The topic, Shadur or Travis?
Actually, my main thing before we got into them was how come they got like 75 different mock drafts? First of all, I thought it was just what's his name that did it. Now
Mel Kiper?
everybody and their mom does the mock draft. Like I could fucking do it. I mean, excuse my language. I can do a mock draft and post it up there and be like, Guy Lingle mock draft. And then just post it.
It
And
started
just
with
look at everybody else's and just assume how they're gonna do it and just put mine and just miss one or two up.
It started with Mel Kiper, and
Yeah.
I still think that he's the primary source.
But he's
when
on
it
number
comes to
3.
draft. But yeah, it's man.
He's
Just-
trying to be like he's starting to be like what's his name that used remember for March Madness he used to predict all the teams that used to be in there.
Yeah.
Now it's
yeah.
like now I got 8 teams in, 8 teams out, 8 on the bubble. No man, just do your predictions like you did before,
Yeah.
and that's your prediction. Now you got on bubbles and out of bubbles. Well, shit, I can do that too. Perhaps it's gonna be these.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why there's so many. I feel like anybody can now come up with their own version of mock draft if you have the audience. Again, it's all about clicks when it comes to anything, right? Podcast, social media, it's all about clicks, right? The more clicks you have, the more you can do in social media. So I still listen to Mel
Click this.
Kiper. I still listen to Mel Kiper. in terms of drafts, right? Um, but
So
yeah,
what do you think of his mock 3 draft? They got Hunter at 2 and Shador at 9. And yes, it's mainly these two. I don't know why they're the main of the topics, but that's what everybody be talking about.
so I do think Hunter's gonna go 2 or 3. Um, I think it depends on who has that 3 spot. I mean, who has that 2 spot? The Giants or somebody? Or
Still, oh wow,
let me look up the draft.
still not expensive.
I do think Hunter's gonna go, but you know what? Who was it? I was listening to somebody this week over Travis Hunter. And I actually agree with him 100%. Ryan Clark. If you're not planning to play Travis Hunter on both sides of the football, don't draft him. Like Travis Hunter said, he's not a top 5 pick from a like Ryan Clark said, he's not a top 5 receiver. He's not a top 5 defensive back. He's an ATH player. So if you're not gonna play him both ways, don't draft him as a receiver or a running back.
Well, what's the name said he's top 5 as a receiver and top 5 as a cornerback.
I don't think he is. I mean, when you talk about drafting top 5, let's just talk about this. You're telling me right now he's as good as Jamar Chase.
That's who?
You're talking receiver.
Jamar Chase?
Jamar Chase. You're saying
That's what they're saying.
Nah, come on, bro.
Listen, I didn't say it. This is what they're saying.
Come on, bro.
I'm not the professional. I'm not the professional person that goes through and does all this stuff for them. I don't know. I'm just going by my eyes and I'm reading by what they say. And they say he's a top 5 receiver and a top 5 cornerback. So I would take him number 2.
So
and not number 1.
Here's the thing. At number 2, he goes to Cleveland. We all know Cleveland's notorious for ruining players. At number 3, he goes
Myles
to New
Garrett.
York.
He didn't want to leave.
You offer him the money. You offer him.
Apparently, money is way more important than wins. So
he don't want to win. Right. He don't want to win. But we all know.
Shoot, it's cold. I'm getting out of there as soon as possible.
No one wants to go to Cleveland. Which I do think that's what Travis Hunter.
East 1999.
With Shador, number 9 is actually not bad. That puts him in New Orleans.
New Orleans, Louisiana.
A winning program, and you're behind David Carr. I actually think that's
you know who's there as well? Brandon Cook.
No, Geno.
Brandon Cook just went there.
Oh, Cook's there too, but Geno's there too.
No, not the Raiders.
No. Geno went to the Raiders. My bad. So yeah, I mean the Raiders has the 6th pick. They can pick him as well.
That's what they're going to take. Ashton Genty. But I heard that they shouldn't take him because they need to get other things. They need like 100 million other players. So they said that they should try to get a lineman.
Well,
because if you ain't got no line to block, then I mean, how many yards do you think you're gonna get?
Yeah.
But if you listen to him, he said,
"If
I heard last time I checked, this game was tackle football, and you guys should probably get a guy that can't be tackled." I said, "Damn, drop the mic."
If Shador
and he wrote that in the players union or players deal tribute.
If Shador doesn't go 9, San Francisco or Dallas is gonna pick him up at the 11th or 12th spot.
Shador Sanders? He ain't going to no San Francisco.
If he don't go 9, San Francisco's gonna get him at the 11th.
They got what's his face? They got to pay him his little money.
Purdy?
Yeah.
The injured dude at the end of every year?
Sounds like what's his name? Dak Prescott. He got paid. He hurt every year too.
Sounds like picking up a rookie. Don't sound too bad now.
They ain't getting Sanders.
All I'm saying.
Nah.
But you know, all of these teams can use a quarterback though. If you go through every single team, right? You got the Patriots at 4. Who's their quarterback? Who's their quarterback?
They got that dude they got last year.
Okay, you got the Jaguars at 5.
They just paid that guy.
They just paid Trevor Lawrence?
Yep.
Dumb. You got the Raiders at 6.
They just got Geno
Okay, how long is
and
Geno
paid
gonna be in
him.
the league?
They just
You
paid
got
him too.
you got the Jets at 7.
They just got what's his name from Pittsburgh. They just paid him too.
Did they get Russell Wilson?
No, they got other guy
Um,
from Ohio State.
oh, I know who you're talking about.
I don't know how I can remember his college, but not his name.
You got the Panthers drafted a quarterback last year.
Panthers got Bryce Young.
Yeah. Then you got the Saints at 9.
That's the only team.
You got Chicago at 10.
Nope. They might
And
get
then-
Genty if he's there.
And then again, now you have Dallas. I mean, you have San Francisco and Dallas.
They don't. No, if he didn't go in the top 10, he dropping to the 20s.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I think
Huh.
I think San Francisco picks him up because they love that last name Sanders. Sanders did some good things for him. I do. You know what? I do think Shador is the second best quarterback in this draft class. I really do think so. Take his last name aside, right?
Yeah.
Take his
He was the best, and then all of a sudden he fell down.
his flashiness. You know, I don't think his IQ is as heavy as the other dude.
No, it's because Ward can move. He's more mobile.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not the IQ. What's his name? Through his percentage was like 70% passing rating.
But you know what
That's
with Cam Ward though, I mean, I don't think he has that good of I don't think he has that good of an arm. I really don't. But we'll see.
well, he went from a 0-star to possible first pick in the draft. I mean,
Are they drafting by the analytics or are they drafting by the eye test?
see, that's what Mill was saying. He said, "Are y'all doing it off of that? Because if you're not, I think theirs is off the eye test. Because if you're going off the numbers,
It's Shador.
Shador, and he didn't even have a good line.
Yeah.
So just give him a good line and just see what the difference could be, or better
Yeah.
players. I mean,
Yep.
he had a good offensive players, but I mean, better offensive line, and see what he could do. And he still threw 70%.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he was just throwing up stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't, if you don't draft him now, like it's SOL at that point. I do think he's gonna make teams wish they had got him at the moment. Similar to teams should have drafted a Patrick Mahomes, but they didn't.
I mean, a lot of those you'd be like, dang, well, if I.
But I think he's one of those players. I think he's one of those players, man. I really do think so. Not because of Dion. I just think Dion has taught that kid a work ethic. That's a generational talent type work ethic, right? That's LeBron, that's Kobe, that's those type of players
Yeah.
that just has a whole different work ethic, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And-
I believe he's going to come in and work. I think he's going to come in and do
and I
it
think
really
Dion,
good.
and I think Dion has
But
taught that.
I think based on the last two quarterbacks, there's a big standard to live up to now, right?
Well,
'cause you
Bryce
had-
Young,
What's
Bryce
his name
Young
at
was the
Houston come
top
in,
one
ball
last year.
out, and then you had what's his name at Washington come in and ball out.
Yeah, but you gotta understand they weren't the top quarterbacks. Bryce Young was the top quarterback.
No, I understand this. I'm just saying, still had them expectations. They
Jaden
both were
Daniels-
number twos.
Yeah.
They both were
Jaden
number
Da-
twos. That's what I'm
they
saying.
were, yeah,
So
yeah.
if you're the second quarterback, you might not be a bad deal.
Yeah, I do think that I do think he'll look good in New Orleans. I mean,
Based on draft history, before we head out of here, we got a couple. We got some minutes, 16 minutes. Based on draft history in the NFL, who is the worst NFL team franchise
I
off
will
of drafting?
I will always say this because they drafted 3 quarterbacks in 4 years. The Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns. Worse than the Jets?
Yeah. Draft wise, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean they had a lot of number ones. They had a lot of quarterbacks. I think they've had the most number one quarterbacks.
Yeah. Like that. I will always say that because I'm like, you didn't even give him a chance.
Dude, they were acting ahead. Now nobody gives anybody a chance.
Well, yeah. Now it's
You could be a coach 1 year, you're gone. Win a championship, done.
You know,
Um,
that's yeah.
what about in the NBA? Worst franchise
Draft wise,
draft wise? Yeah.
for a very long time, it was Cleveland until they drafted Kyrie.
You mean until they drafted LeBron?
Well, LeBron's generation talent that don't count. But you know, and LeBron was a no brainer, right? Like whole different.
I heard that they cheated to get that number one pick because they're in Cleveland.
Well, they
The
Wait,
league gave them
oh, the balls.
like quote unquote the number one pick because they knew they needed to have him be on the team.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Why don't
um
they do that for Washington? Like they needed help.
Yeah. Which Washington teams? Yeah.
Washington, huh?
The Redskins are back,
Not the
man. Oh,
Commanders. I'm talking about basketball.
oh,
Wizards.
I actually think that they will get the first pick. Here's the
Wizard.
thing:
What the Wizards had the first pick this year,
they had the
second pick.
they had the second pick this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. And they took the dude,
but
You know what? The Wizards may be the worst because
Alex.
it started with Michael Jordan in 2001
Wizards.
drafting Kwame Brown. Started there. Started
he,
there, bro.
he made it all here. Kwame Brown.
It started there.
Oh
It started
man,
there, man.
I mean, talk about a
that,
kid without a work ethic,
that was
and they
yeah.
decide to draft him.
Because he was 7 foot.
Don't tell him he's the worst number one pick ever.
Now everyone's 7 foot. What do you do now?
Yeah, I think the Wizards. I think here's the crazy part. Unfortunately, it's everything Michael Jordan touched. So it's the Wizards, and I think it's the Hornets. Like the Hornets went
He-
down
but you
back
know
when they
what?
had. Hey, back when they had Larry Johnson.
Grandmama.
Yeah,
But you know what though?
Jordan's doing good in the NASCAR industry. Maybe he just needed to go to that sport.
he's still making billions.
He's doing good in the
I
NASCAR
mean,
industry, man.
he ain't hurting for nothing.
So I ain't mad at him. You
Can I
know,
just borrow something? Actually, I don't need to borrow. Can you? Can I be? Can you donate? Donate. Just donate it. It won't even hurt. It won't even itch your pocket. It won't even itch your pocket.
no, you know what? I was reading an article this week. When they was talking about the crazy dude Elon Musk,
Yeah.
right? And they was talking about he's $330 billion or something like that. So what is normal for him in terms of him spending in a day? And they said a normal person spends $20 in a day. That's a decent amount of money. Elon Musk spends 4 billion in a day. That's a decent amount of money for him. So
Four
$20.
billion in a
So
day.
so $20 for us is like 4 billion to him. How crazy
What
is
the
that?
hell are you buying?
I-
What? First of all, when you have that much money, what do you need? I guess that's the question. You got that much money. What do you need to buy? Like, so at some point, everybody just starts giving you shit for free.
If I can sit down with a billionaire, I think that will be my next question. I mean, if you're talking about generational wealth, I mean, shit. I mean,
You got, you
there's
got
not even there's
century
not e-
wealth.
there's not even a billion people in the United States. You got 334 billion.
Right?
So
You can
yeah,
pay everybody in China $3.
boy, shut up.
And be broke until you broke. You be- oh man, to be like, yeah, you thought you was rich till you had to pay everybody in China $1.
That's insane, man. But yeah, no, I was reading that and I said, damn, can you imagine? Like, we're around here spending 20 to $100, right? This guy go and spend 4 billion.
No, I can't even imagine it.
Like,
I can't imagine people be spending thousands of dollars in a day.
yeah, I just wonder about his 13 kids. Like, what he give them? A billion apiece?
Shoot, there's bright girls is out there that's like, I don't even care. I don't care how ugly he is. Where's he at?
Oh,
I'll have
man,
his 14.
that's just, I mean, just
Hey,
processing
Elon,
stuff
you can
like that.
adopt my other two. The other two that big boats that are out there.
The two that's out there, man. Hey, hopefully one of them
Go to
that
get
comes
15.
forward. Hopefully one of them that comes forward, she's a millionaire. She'll contribute. That's our hope. That's our hope.
Oh, you stupid.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh, how much do I joke about that? I probably shouldn't be joking about that.
That's interesting though.
Yeah, it. I read that earlier this week, and it was like on the news, and I was like, "Get the hell out of here! You telling me $4 billion is like $20
Yeah.
to this dude? Like,
Rich people just be wasting money.
like, what are you gonna do? Like, I don't know.
I'm poor and I still be wasting money.
I mean, yeah, but that's. I mean, we wasting coins compared to them.
Yeah.
Like, we are wasting coins compared to them.
Penny.
Man,
All right. I got a question for you, Mo.
oh, here we go with that.
I was gonna go into my shit. I'm just asking. Actually, you know what? How much time I got? I got 10 minutes. I'm gonna go into it. Shit, I'm just asking you.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever felt like a minority in a room full of minorities?
Hell yeah, all the time. Shit. Who listening to this right now? Do I need to explain myself right now? Like, hey, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay. I was wondering.
Man. Being in the technology world, let's just say not another brother. Not a lot of brothers. Say that. But hell to the yeah. I've been around a whole lot of minorities, and I was the minority at the end of the day. Absolutely.
Interesting. I just wanted to bring that up because when we had went to that particular show, up in Seattle,
Mm-hmm.
definitely was only one black there. Actually, no, there was two of us. And everybody always be like, "Well, why always black people when they always see each other give a nod or say hi?" I'm like, I don't know. It's just we just do it because there ain't
It's
that
a
many of us.
it's
I
a
guess
cultural
if white
it's a
people had to say
cultural
hi
thing.
all the time, y'all get tired.
It's a culture thing. I mean, even at my job, I used to, I, they're when they're not from Oregon, we know because we do the same thing compared to when they're from Oregon. When they're from Oregon, they just look at you like, "What the hell are you doing in my
Oh yeah,
city?"
we had that conversation.
But yeah, when they're not from Oregon, man, it's like a whole different vibe, right? Like so.
You ain't
yeah,
from here.
man. Where you from, man?
You must have moved here and been here a little bit.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Okay, another one. So I looked up this deal that popped up on my feed, and there was a Twitter account for a TV station in LA, and on the Twitter account it posted the word ER, with an ER on there. Okay, it said it was a technical error. What do you think?
So there was a
And it was KX
there was a
television-
KTLA Twitter account
A
/ X account.
television, so a television outlet
Yep, a
had
news
a
outlet.
Twitter account
Yep,
with the N word ending in ER,
yep. That's all it said on there.
and all it said was NER.
NIGGER.
So it wrote it.
Yeah. The word was on there,
That's
and
a
they
person.
said it was a technical error.
No, the hell that wasn't. That was not a technical error. What that was that was an insubordinate employee that was losing his job that had access to their social media that went boop. Because keep in mind, anytime you post something, it say, "Are you sure you want to post this?"
Thank you.
There
I
was
just
nothing-
wanted to.
there
ask
was
you that,
nothing
'cause
technical
People were on
about
there
that.
like, "How could you have a technical error?"
Yeah, there was nothing technical about that. That was just an insubordinate kid.
They
Or-
said you
or
had an
an-
employee error. Is
Yep,
what you
yep.
had.
Yep, you
Yeah,
had that
y'all should pay
disgruntled
for this.
employee.
There's no way this should have been put on there. So it was a big ordeal, and
You know-
everybody was talking about it. I just wanted to hear your point on that because I was like, "What?" They said it was a tech. They should have said one of our staff or some did it, and they're no longer working there. Don't try to act like people stupid.
They should have came out with our deepest apologies for all of you guys
this should never happen under our situation.
Technical
We
difficulties.
should, man. There's so many different things they could have said, but
They
come
said
on,
all that. They just said it was a technical error on our
spare the
part.
spare the
We
word
were typing Niger,
ownership.
the
Ownership.
country.
Nigeria, Nigera,
Oh man,
And they-
I don't know how you
and
technically
they went
do that.
Nigge. Come on, man.
All right. Mo, have you ever? This is crazy because this has been going around the internet, and I thought about it. And then funny thing about it, the comedian actually had asked and said that, and I was like, shoot, I've never. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Not even on Animal Planet.
Ain't
I've
they
never
all-
seen a baby pigeon.
Ain't they all the same size?
What you mean? They ain't born. How are they born?
Ain't they born like that, bro?
How are they born? I'm not even gonna Google it.
You damn right I am.
I was wondering because I when they said that I was like, oh my god, I have never seen a baby pigeon in my life,
Bro,
and
they
no
the
one's
same
ever brought
size.
this up till now.
Bro, they the same size, man.
How can the baby pigeon be the same size as an adult pigeon? You just born an adult?
They just pop out.
What? What? They
That's some
just
crazy.
pop out? Is that what it said?
They just pop out, bro.
No way. I'm about to do.
What you
Anybody
see?
got some got any answers on this? Please let me know. But I want to know if y'all seen any baby pigeons before. If
It's
so, where and when?
Here's what's crazy. When you type in baby pigeons on YouTube, it just shows a baby bird, not even a pigeon.
Thank you. What is going on?
They're the same size, bro.
Mo, pigeons aren't real. They're mechanic. They're computer
Miss-
chips.
Hey,
Computer chip
by the
bird.
way, May 3rd, 2024. Mystery why you've never seen a baby pigeon.
See, that had me getting confused. Now I see because she's like, I'm not one of those conspiracy theorists, but this guy asked me, "Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?" And I said, "I have not." And then I
That's-
thought, as she said that, I said, "I have not either."
That's because
And nobody even talked about a baby pigeon.
I give you the answer. That's because they spend the majority of their time in the nest, as much as 4 to 5 weeks before they even pop out.
Nah, they would have had. Hey, Animal Planet would have had video.
Google.
Google had video of the babies. Nope, you ain't seen no baby pigeons.
Yeah, that looks like a pigeon.
They just tell you. The Warriors must have won.
Nah, they just show the nest, bro. They just show
So
the
you
nest.
still didn't see the baby pigeons in there.
They just show the nest. Nah,
Warriors
yeah.
must have won. I see.
Yeah, they won.
Listen to
War-
chat here.
Warriors won by 10.
Dang. Okay.
95-85. That, by the way, that is the only
Upset?
road
That's two upsets.
team. That's the only road team. Oh no, the
Timberwolves
Timberwolves.
Yep.
Second road team.
in the West. That's why they said the West was even. Besides OKC.
You know what? I like Draymond so much. I'm rooting for him. So congrats to the Warriors. I'm a
Uh-huh.
big Draymond fan, man. I like his ego.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big man thing. You ain't gonna never get that.
Warriors will get to the next round.
Warriors in
Maybe.
6. Warriors in 6. So
Warriors in 6?
Yep. So
She said Warriors in 5.
I was about to say, look like Melissa posted Warriors in 5. Nah, buddy. 6.
I think Houston in 7.
But thank you for sharing the cost of volleyball. By the way, $7,500
It's a lot.
for a season.
Yeah.
The-
True.
how much the coaches making? Maybe I need to switch sports.
I need to switch something. Because a lot of people getting paid some money for some stuff. I'm like, dang.
You know, I let me know the next time there's a volleyball game. I want to go, and I just want to count up the number of $7,500 payments we have.
I want to actually
So-
see what they coach.
Oh, we can go to our girls' volleyball
I
practice
just wanna
and we
see
can just
what they
watch.
coach.
I've stopped
Because everything's just
watching.
kind of reaction to me. I mean, you obviously got to know what certain spots to hit stuff, but most of it's just reaction. Reactionary.
Well, that's all you can coach is reaction, bro.
Shoot. Oh, man, we did an extra 15 minutes. Hey.
Oh yeah, we increasing.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, we got a crowd of kids.
We
Rolled
made-
in 1 month.
we
On
made
one
it
platinum.
9.
Hey, really
Happy
quick.
Easter, everybody.
Hey, next week, bro.
Cheers.
We need to. With next week, we're gonna do Monday night.
Next week we're Monday.
Yeah, and we'll do a 8:30 ish.
We're doing an 8:30 to 10.
Mo is coming off vacation. I fly home. I get home at
This
6.
guy's always on vacation.
I'm not always on vacation. It just
We
lined
got to go
up that
8:30
way.
to 10 on Monday.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
And
I
then we're
appreciate
gonna-
all y'all for tuning in to the Guy Lingo podcast. We always got some stuff to chat about. If y'all have anything to talk about, feel free to hit us up in the chat. Make sure you follow us and like us on all our stuff that we're on. I'll be on more. We'll be on some more stuff. I got to get to working over here. I'm slacking.
We
But we do
working on
appreciate y'all.
TikTok, baby. We working on TikTok.
I already have
Cheers.
the TikTok set up. I just don't have the TikToks on it.
Oh, but you gotta add me drinking this shot on TikTok.
Oh.
Cheers.
Bye.